The dentist at the center of the storm is facing criticism from celebrities and politicians, including Minnesota's governor.
Just horrible. I'm just so disgusted with that man, and shoot any lion, but lure a lion like that out of the preserve and shoot him. I mean, how could anybody think that's sport? Just appalling.
Stars and former leaders also took to social media to express their outrage. On Twitter, Cher wrote, "Patients of DDS Walter Palmer must show him that a heathen who traps and murders a protected lion must pay dearly." Former U.S. Speaker Newt Gingrich tweeted, "The entire team that killed the lion Cecil should go to jail, including the Minneapolis dentist." And Sharon Osbourne from the CBS talk show The Talk said that she hoped Palmer loses his home, his practice, and his money. He's already lost his soul. WCCO's Esme Murphy is in the newsroom with what she has learned about Dr. Palmer's past and his patients. Hi, Esme.
Hey there, Amelia. Well, Dr. Palmer's patients who we spoke with all described him as an excellent dentist, but they also expressed shock over the killing of Cecil, as well as the fact that Palmer had a prior felony for poaching a black bear in Wisconsin, and he also had a sizable sexual harassment award against him.
I'll probably find a new dentist.
Drew Priner has been going to Dr. Walter Palmer since he was a child.
Always been very professional.
Priner says he is stunned by the Cecil killing.
Oh, yes, what he did was bad. Very surprised. Very, very surprised.
Priner says he had no idea that in 2008, Palmer pleaded guilty to poaching a bear in Wisconsin. Court documents say he lied to federal agents about the incident. He was fined $2,900, was put on probation for a year, and had to forfeit his passport for a year. In 2005, Palmer settled a sexual harassment claim against him. A former employee reported that she'd been subject to verbal comments and physical conduct involving her breasts, buttocks, and genitalia. The employee said Dr. Palmer fired her in retaliation after she reported the conduct to a supervisor. Palmer settled the case for $127,000, was required to undergo sexual harassment training, and had to write the employee a letter of recommendation. Ann Flood is another longtime patient who will not be coming back.
We have power with our dollar. We have power with our choices. And I hope that people choose not to go to a human being that is so narcissistic.
Drew Priner agrees, but says he is deeply troubled by the volume and intensity of the online threats.
I think responding in a nasty, demonic, kind of disgusting way just makes us all look worse.
Now, Dr. Palmer wrote an email to his patients telling them he thought he was acting legally when he killed Cecil, and he also apologized for the inconvenience of having to shut his business. In that letter, he also told his patients he hoped to reopen as soon as possible and get back to business as normal.
So we know that he wrote an email. Esme, do we know where Dr. Palmer is?
Well, we don't. His office has been closed for the past 2 days. Now, he has a wife and 2 kids who he said in that letter he enjoys spending time with. But when our crews have gone to his home in Eden Prairie, no one has been home.
All right, Esme, thank you. There are fewer than 30,000 African lions left in the world. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says that they could face extinction by 2050. However, the agency and some conservation groups support regulated trophy hunting. That is because they say the money raised from those hunts can help conservation efforts. And if you'd like to help save big cats from threats like habitat loss, we've posted ways to donate to various groups. That's all at WCCO.com/links.